All right, ladies and gentlemen, I sure hope I don't butcher up this name. The man that you're looking at is a former U.S. Postal Service employee that stole $1.7 million worth of checks that were in the mail. His name is Hachikosela Muchemba, and he's from South Africa originally, but he was over here working for the US Postal Service. And he also, he was trying to flee out of the country when he realized there was strong evidence against him. So, a US postal employee stole nearly 100 checks worth over $1 million from residents in Washington, D.C., according to federal court documents. Hatchiksela Muchemba, 43, of DC, learned the government had strong evidence against him. He tried fleeing the U.S. on a plane bound for southern Africa, court documents say. Muchemba was arrested in a Washington Dulles International Airport in Virginia with $2,000 in cash in his luggage before he could board a flight to Zambia on September 20th, according to a memo filed September 22nd in support of his pre-trial detention. The former U.S. Postal Service mail carrier was charged with mail theft and bank fraud in a criminal complaint. The U.S. Attorney's Office for the District of Columbia announced on September 22nd news release. According to the criminal complaint, Muchimba stole $1.7 million from mailed checks, most of which were treasury checks. Wow. Mm-mm-mm. McClatchy News contacted Muchemba's defense lawyer for comment on September 25th, but did not receive immediate response. Several months after Muchemba began working as a mail carrier at Friendship Post Office in DC, he stole checks between October 2021 and March of 2023, the criminal complaint said. He added his name to the checks after erasing the original name of the checks, true payees, allowing him to deposit the money in his bank accounts, prosecutors said. Uchemba was caught on surveillance footage withdrawing the stolen money from ATM machines, according to prosecutors. Three surveillance photos, including the criminal complaint, showed Muchemba wearing a U.S. Postal Service clothing while withdrawing the cash. Not the brightest star in the sky, right? So during the execution of a search warrant at Muchemba's DC home, authorities found an ATM receipt showing he had deposited a U.S. Treasury check worth $415,173. Damn. Ultimately, federal prosecutors met Muchemba and his counsel and presented him with the option of a pre indictment plea offer after showing the evidence they had against him, according to a memo in support of pretrial detention. However, Mushimba rejected this offer. Instead, he made plans to flee to Zambia, the memo said. Due to his attempt to leave the country, the government argued he posed a serious flight risk, the memo said. The charge of bank fraud carries a maximum penalty of 30 years in prison, while the charge of mail theft carries a maximum penalty of 5 years in prison, prosecutor said. Wow. You worked for the government and you were stealing government checks, and you want to know why you got caught? Wow. This dude is not bright at all. I don't know what he was thinking, but hey, he got caught. He did not leave the country to flee to Africa like he intended to. So look like they are holding him until probably more than likely until his trial date. Y'all, please tell me what you think about this video. A lot of these folks come over here and commit fraud. Don't think these folks coming from the south of the border are not doing these things too. They're committing all kinds of fraud while they're here. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.